Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So today we are going to talk about Laravel for beginners. So here we are going to learn how to build your first web application. It is so interesting. Believe me, if you follow this tutorial, you are going to do that. So let's begin. So first, we are going to talk about the definition. So based on the definition, it is a PHP framework that is used for building web application, building website, application, and so on. Now, I have prepared two definitions. Okay, the first one is from their website. Like you see, I mentioned the source, and this is from myself. So on their website, they say it is a PHP web framework with expressive, elegant syntax, meaning it is easy to learn, it is very easy to comprehend, and so on. Now, for me, I said it is an open source PHP framework, which is robust, easy to understand. So basically, that's it. Now, it follows the MVC design pattern, meaning we have the model, the view, and the controller. So it's something like this. It follows this pattern. So we have a lot of frameworks that follow this pattern. So if you learn Laravel, you can do like a framework like Node.js and so on, Express, Spring Boot, and so on. So it's basically that. Now, why should you learn this? Because we know there are a lot of framework out. Why should you choose Laravel? Because first, if you're a PHP developer, it is easy to learn and it is secure, and there are a lot of community. I mean, there are a lot of people that are using that. So if you get stuck in building your application, there are a lot of tutorials, a lot of things that you can use to help yourself. So I have bring out 10 reasons why you should learn that. So it is expressive syntax, meaning it is easy to learn. Once you are good in PHP, you can learn that right on YouTube or on other websites. It's like that. So it is. They have a real ecosystem. Here we are talking about how many people that are using the framework, how many companies, how many people outside there that are going to help you if you get stuck. So the ecosystem is great. They follow the MVC architecture or pattern. So here there is a separation. Okay, we have the model, view, and the controller. So there is a separation between the HTML code, the PHP code, and the database code, and so on. So we have the Blade templating engine. Here, if you are doing Laravel, you don't need to learn other framework, front-end framework like Node.js, like Angular, and so on. You can use pure HTML with the Blade templating engine, and your site is going to be super good. So we have database migration and seed. So here in your code editor, you have your database schema, you have everything structured. You don't need to go forward, backward, forward, and so on. And also we have the ORM, Object Relation Mapping. So it's like it. So basically what this is going to do, it is going to map your application to the database to where you save the information of the user. So it is going to make the coding or the syntax of SQL very easy for you. So everything is integrated. We have authentication and authorization. So even if you don't have the competencies to build a very secure authentication system, the framework proposes to you by default authentication system that you can use. So we have the routing and the middleware and so on. And we have the rich community and documentation. Now we can move forward. Before we move forward, do you guys have questions, please?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
I have one question.
Yes.
So what is PHP and how does it relate to Laravel?
Okay, PHP is a programming language that is used for building website, web application, and so on. Now, it is PHP that is used to develop Laravel. And that is why we say Laravel is a PHP web framework, because it is PHP is the language that is used to build Laravel. So in using Laravel, you can build your application very fast. So instead of using PHP, you can take up to 2-3 months to build one application. With Laravel, you can go 1 month, 3 weeks, and then the application is going to be good, and then it's going to be much secure. Thank you for your question. Yes.
So, what is a composer and how is it used in Laravel development?
Okay, Composer is not just limited to Laravel development. It is used generally in developing PHP application. Composer is a dependency manager, meaning it is used to do installation of packages. Anything that you need to install, if you are developing in Laravel or in PHP, it is used to do the installation. For example, if you are building a web application where you have to do mobile money payment, like Orange Money or Move and so on, if someone has built a package, you can use Composer to install that, and then you can use the code of the person and go fast. Thank you. Okay, yes?
Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself before I ask my question.
Okay.
My name is Hélène Guélignon. I'm a teacher of French.
Okay.
Okay, let's understand my question now. What is the routing of Laravel and why is it important?
Okay, the routing is important because it gets people confused. For example, if you build a website in Laravel, in the URL, okay, what we call it, that the navigator, in that the name that is, it is not the real name of the file in which the person wrote the code. So it is used for security. It is used to provide the root, the different root of the pages that can be shown on the website, on the web application. So I think we can go next. So next we are going to talk about installation. Okay, so we talk about Composer, so we are going to talk about installation of Composer and installation of Laravel. So we have first step 1, you have to download that. Okay, if you don't have Composer installed already, you have to download that and install that. And after, you can use Composer that version to know if the installation is done. So I'm going to try something. Okay, I'm going to do that as fast as possible. So I'll open my command prompt, and then I'm going to try that. I've installed that, so okay, so you see that. So meaning this is installed for me. So I don't need to do the installation because it's already installed in my laptop. Now for some that don't have it installed on their laptop, they can do the installation. And then we go next. So after that, we can do the installation of Laravel. And then to do the installation of Laravel, there are 2 ways. Either you use Composer, which is the package dependency manager of PHP, or you can use Automator. Personally, I prefer using Composer, not because it is the best, but this is what I prefer personally. So we are going to, this is the command to do the installation. So we are going to try that. So to create a project, Composer create project, and then you write Laravel/Laravel, and then after that you write the name of your application. So app test, I'm just going to use this name. And then if you click enter, it might take some time, depends on your internet connection and so on. So you see here, my internet is not connected. So basically it depends on the speed of your internet. wait for that. Let me try to connect on my personal internet. Okay, so I think it should be okay now. So I recall the command and it should be able to do the installation. Now, basically, it was an internet problem. Okay, I misspelled the word Laravel in the following area. That's why. So if I write it like this, so you might come across this error. Okay, most of the time. So you just verify that, and then it's going to work out. Okay, so the installation is in process. So it depends how fast is your internet. It might be slow, it might be fast. So let me be a little bit patient. Okay, so these are a lot of packages that are being installed. A lot of packages. So these packages are going to help to make your work easier. Okay, it's almost done. Let me be patient. So, like I said, it is going to install a lot of packages. Packages for security, packages for database, packages for so many things. So this is why if you are building an app that don't need a lot of complex work to be done, you don't really need to use a framework. You can use pure PHP. Or if it is an app that needs a lot of job to be done, it is recommended to use a framework, because a framework is built by a group of experts in the language. So they propose that to you. Now, the installation is done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open the app. So I'm going to say CD. I'm going to find the name of the app. The name should be app test. That's the name. So CD, app test. And then I'm going to start the local development server. So congratulations, this is the app that has been built. If you gone through this process and then you see something like this, I mean the installation was successful. So after the installation, everything is explained here. And then now questions again.
Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for your presentation. Okay. I have one question. Okay. And that question is, would you mind explaining us, the concept of migration, through Laravel?
Okay. Migration is basically, if you are developing in Laravel, your database structure, everything, it is in your code editor. So if you do the migration, you send the information to the database. Because people that develop Laravel notice that most of the developers don't know the more concept of database and so on. So everything is in your editor. And if you do the migration, like you move the information to the database. Like the English word to migrate. So it sends the information to the database. Thank you. Yes?
So what is the purpose of Eloquent in Laravel?
Okay.
And how does it simplify database operations?
Okay, Eloquent is used to make query, to ask information, to give information to the database. Now, it is a concept that is well written in the sense that because if we are writing database, if we are writing query, we are SQL, okay, and Eloquent is used to simplify SQL, to simplify the way in which we communicate with the database, to ask for information, to give information to the database, to update information, and so on. Thank you. So these are my sources. The image that I use in the presentation is here, and some of the definition from the Laravel website. Thank you very much.